Very good morning, students. Today we will learn about the modern dance in Israel. As you all know, Israeli folk dances as well as European dance traditions have mingled in today's contemporary dance of Israel. Israel's modern dance today stands as a distinctive form of modern dance and has won international acclaim. The two very distinguished choreographers made Israel proud in the field of dance. They are Ohad Naharin and Barak Marshall. They are regarded amidst a good number of multi-talented and innovative international creators nowadays. Ohad Naharin was born in Kibbutz Mizrah in 1952. His father was a PhD in psychology and his mother was a dancer. Hence, his childhood passed in an artistic environment. He was writing stories, composing music and painting as a youngster. We find Naharin coming to dance only at the age of 22. He joined the Batsheva Dance Company, the internationally renowned dance company founded by Baroness Batsheva de Rothschild, with support from the famous dancer Martha Graham. Graham noticed Naharin in the company and, noticing his talent, offered him a position in her company at New York. Naharin worked with Juilliard and the School of American Ballet. But again, in 1990, Naharin came back to Tel Aviv. He was now appointed as the artistic director of Batsheva Dance Company. With the joining of Naharin, this dance company now flourished with new ideas and developed a separate dimension. We notice that the company had an international status with powerful dancers from not only Israel but also from other countries. This gave the company a firm stand in the world dance companies. The dancers here practiced their own creative urge and they composed and performed as a company of dancers. Naharin's style of dance is described as distinguished by stunningly flexible limbs and spines, deeply grounded movement, explosive bursts and a vitality that grabs a viewer by the collar. He has devised a unique style and technique which is the identity of Batsheva Dance Company. He did not allow his dancers to rehearse in front of the mirror. He believed that dancing on his own enables one to explore movements from within and feel the movements. Naharin, a musician himself, participated in his accompanying music compositions. He works in solitude in the studio. He, being a much disciplined personality, his instructions is very constructive and intelligent. His attitude with music, movements and choreography has gained immense reverence and is one of the finest in the world of modern dance. He wants to craft movements which are widespread, nevertheless individual in nature. He constantly has an obvious societal and political principle in his works, but his dances are never destined to be political. He loves to make use of multifaceted movements, to weave a certain texture of dance. He did not much approve of highlighting the sufferings of common people and other problems of the world through a story in dance. Naharin's choreographies are ornamented with contrast movements, like extreme physical skill is often alternated to motionlessness. Extreme stretch movements are placed in contrast to edges. He explores the space with moving dimensions of distances and believes that anybody can dance and take part in a dance production. His endeavor, Deka dance, highlights many selections from his preceding works. Naharin says himself, Deka dance is not a new work, it is more about reconstruction I like to take pieces or sections of existing works and rework it, reorganize it, and create the possibility to look at it from a new angle. It always teaches me something new about my work and composition. In Decadence, I took sections from different works. It was like I was telling only either the beginning, middle or ending of many stories, but when I organized it, the result became as coherent as the original, if not more. For the production Max, Naharin used movements in space ornamented with light effects excellently to give a theatrical effect. A critic comments, in this tremendously potent work, there are few obvious displays of emotion, yet Max is full of imagery that slips between real life and dance in fleeting flashes. The human body is the sole focus in his production, Anaphase, which bases itself on combination of theatre, opera, film, rock, music and dance. Naharin describes this as deals with small sculptures in a big space and explores the ability of the human body. Other pieces he has choreographed include 3. Tabula Rasa, Mabul, Pass the Pepsi, Haru no Umi. In common, 60 a minute, Black Milk, Inostris, Mimutot, Mosse, Yug, Sabotage Baby, Perpetuum, Paso Mezzo, Kamiot, Plastelina, Naharin's Virus, Hora, Sade 21, The Whole and so many. Naharin's choreographies have been invited for presentation by the Frankfurt Ballet, Opéra National de Paris, Grand Theatre de Geneva, Sydney Dance Company, Lyon Opera Ballet, Les Grands Ballets Canadiens, Rambert Dance Company, Compagnia Nationale di Danza, Kullberg Ballet, Finnish National Ballet, Ballet Gulbenkian, Ballet da Cidade de Sao Paulo, Bavarian State Ballet, Cedar Lake Contemporary Ballet, Pittsburgh Ballet Theatre and Hubbard Street Dance, Chicago, Royal Danish Ballet. Barak Marshall is an immigrant to Israel. Born in the United States, he studied philosophy and sociology at the Harvard University. In 1994, he shifted to Israel and started to work on dance and choreography. He was a singer too. From 1999 to 2001, he was appointed at Bathsheba Dance Company as the in-house choreographer. He worked as a singer with various companies. Israel Ballet Theatre was initiated in 1950 by its artistic director Gertrude Cross. She was born in May 1901 in Vienna. Her parents had 4 children and Gertrude was the second child. She studied piano at the State Academy in Vienna. But after some time she developed a fondness for dance and hence got herself admitted again at the State Academy. Now she attended classes of Gertrude Bodenweiser at the dance department. After finishing her studies in the State Academy, she performed with Bodenweiser's dance company. After some time, she decided to dance solo and started to rehearse on her own. Once she hired a hall on her own and invited spectators to her solo recital. All her friends made her conscious of the amount of risk involved in such shows. It is said that he replied, "If it's going to be a flop, at least it will be a spectacular one." Her performance was a great success. She established herself as one of the pioneering dance artists of Austria, as also of the rest of Central Europe. Her style of dancing came to be known as expressionist dance or German dance in the 1920s. She visited Israel in 1930 and performed in Mandate, Palestine. Following a tremendous success of this visit, she was invited again in the following years. In 1933, she composed the City Waits, a production inspired by a short story of Maxim Gorky. Her compositions were individualistic in nature and were presented according to the demand of space and audience. In the same year, she shared the stage with renowned modern dance artists like Mary Wigman, Rudolf Laban and Ted Shawn in an international dance congress hosted in Munich. Gertrude had a strong political conviction. She was a Zionist and held progressive socialistic ideas. She worked as an assistant to Rudolf Laban, who was associated with the annual trade union parade ornamented with dance and music held every year on Labor Day, that is 1st May at Vienna. On the night that Adolf Hitler was elected Chancellor of Germany, Gertrude's company was performing on the open air stage in the Burg Garden next to the Hofburg. Gertrude was offered by the Czech communist cell to work for them to uphold their political issues through dance. Gertrude refused and decided to move to Israel. Gertrude shifted to Tel Aviv in 1935. Initially, her friends there helped her with her stay. Later, she shifted into a studio apartment where she practiced her dance also. She collaborated with the Tel Aviv Folk Opera and opened a modern dance unit. This kind of venture was a unique of its own. She received a fellowship to learn American modern dance and traveled to United States in 1949. In 1950-51, she established the Israel Ballet Theatre. She was the artistic director herself. Due to financial problems, the company closed down. In 1968, she received the most coveted award of Israel, the Israel Prize. But Gertrude continued to teach dance, painting and sculpture till her death in 1977. Presently, the dance companies in Israel have made a distinct mark in the world scene of modern dance. The contemporary dance in Israel has now reached an evolved state where modern interpretations include Israeli history, culture and other Middle East characteristics. The dance style now has come up with an identity that is radical, testifying usual methodologies and extending horizons of dance technology to evolve a distinct form. Several companies are working for dance productions, among which some important ones are mentioned here. One of the most important is the Batsheva Dance Company. This company is in Tel Aviv, established in 1964 by Baroness Batsheva de Rothschild. The company received patronage from none other than Martha Graham. It is said that it is through this company that the Americanization of Israel's dance took place. It has gained one of the most important positions in the world history of modern dance. It is the nest of not only the Israel dancers, but also dancers from all over the world. It was Ohad Naharin who steered the company to its highest peak of fame with his innovations in dance, movement and discipline in presentation that contributed in building a new language. This new language is called Gaga, originated from the belief in the healing, dynamic, ever-changing power of movement. It is applied in daily practice and exercise sessions of the Batsheva Dance Company members. This technique became very popular, and thus this dance company became the foremost dance company in Israel. The next very famous company is the Kibbutz Contemporary Dance Company. This was founded in 1973. The artistic director at present is Rami Beer, whose exclusive and unique choreographic character has become the company's trademark both in Israel and abroad. With its precisely tough and bodily diverse cast of dancers and its vibrant receptivity, Kibbutz Dance Company exemplifies Israeli dance at its superlative form. This company performs frequently in the majority theatres of repute and also at foremost festivals worldwide. This company was established by Yehudit Arnon in 1973 at northern Israel's western Galilee in the place called Kibbutz Gaton. Popularly called the International Dance Village, it is a beautiful location and nature beauty is at its best. Almost 60 dancers, which includes Israeli as well as dancers from other countries, wake up early in the morning to the beauty of nature and practice movements inspired from within in tandem with the wonderful environment of the northern Israel. This company runs an international dance program called the Dance Journey. The company's website puts it as the International Dance Village is the heart and home of the company and is comprised of a total of nearly 80 Israeli and international students. These dancers make up the company, the main company and the second company, and at Kibbutz Dance Company's 5th month and 10th month International Study Abroad Dance Program Dance Journey. The company also hosts an annual summer intensive for both international and Israeli dancers as well as year-round courses. This company has evolved over years not only with proficient dancers but also with very efficient management and staff. A professionally managed company has carved a niche in the world of modern dance. Another renowned dance company in Jerusalem is Vertigo Dance Company. Jerusalem is a city of historical importance. Around the dance company, there are religious statues and historical sites. The community in Jerusalem organizes and participates in cultural activities which are frequently held. Vertigo was founded by Noah Wertheim and Adi Shal in 1992. Both of them served as co-artistic directors for the company. They created works that emphasized on theatrical elements and sudden dramatic moments on stage. For technique, Noah Wertheim developed a language where stylized movements were blended. Noah used classical ballets, release technique and also included martial arts of the eastern globe like Tai Chi and Qigong. This new evolved technique was used sporadically and very recently adding to their activities is the creation of Vertigo Eco Art Village. Here ecology mingles into the art and serve the purpose of community consciousness and society development. The next important company is the Camia Dance Company. It was established in 2002 by two very promising choreographers, Daniela Scapira and Tamir Gins. These choreographers used narratives and constructed them with fine-tuned theatrical movements. Tamir Gins served as the resident choreographer along with being one of the artistic directors. he had his training in dance in Israel and other countries. His choreographies focused on his personal experiences being expressed through authoritative movements, passionate statements, and shaded with affectations. His movement creation roves in classic movements as well as contemporary patterns. His picturization of a scene is mostly studied with human relations and behavioral patterns. Gins choreographed and premiered his work Bamidbar Devarim, which means desert of things. This choreography is motivated from the environment, the desert of Beer Sheva. Camia's productions are inclined towards the youth, and hence young artists are the backbone of their productions. Nonetheless, Camia is a world renowned company and contributes to the fame of contemporary dance arena of Israel. Jerusalem city inspired movements from the Kolben Dance Company, which was founded in 1996 in this city only. The artistic director Kolben arranged the movements for his presentations, picking them up from the city life of Jerusalem. The movements also represent to a great extent the life of the people in Israel. He puts athleticism, music, theatre and animation together. His productions are treated as tributes to the old historical city, which has intricate and complicated lives. The movements match the physical appearance of the dancers, and their enactment of stories suit the choreography. In the same year, Aylon Nufar and Boaz Burman, the two rhythm expert percussionists and performers, came together and collaborated to institute a show called Mayumana. Here, dance, music, rhythm, percussion and movements were merged artistically. Mayumana is a Hebrew word literally meaning skill. The production enthralled the audience with the proficiency of the performers and the immense amount of talent that was witnessed. Nufar did not know how to classify the performance. She commented its music, its theatre, its percussion, its dance, its wit. The performance showcases energetic expositions and collaborations when the best talented and most vibrant performers engage themselves. These performers are from 20 different countries. Being taken forward by percussionists, the show serves as an example of a new trend of show where music and movement inspire performance with theatre elements. The utilization of the human body, costumes and props to produce sound at various levels served as an identity and uniqueness of the show and secured a distinctive place among the performing troops of Israel. Mayumana also conducts workshops and master classes which are based on the performance language that defines the group. The creative process includes theatre games, rhythm and coordination exercises, percussion, music, dance, play, performance, humor and above all the freedom of expression through creation. Some other companies are listed below. In 1968, Baroness Batsheva the Rothschild and dancer Janet Ordman formed the Bat Dor Dance Company in Tel Aviv. Ordman was the chief dancer and artistic director of the company. She was a classical ballet dancer and came from South Africa. Her contemporary style had a strong base in classical ballet. The company closed down in July 2006. The dances of the tribal communities like Yemenite Jews, Moroccan Jews, Iranian Jews and Kurdish Jews have inspired the Inbal dance theatre performances. This organization was founded in 1949 by Sarah Levi Tanai, who was from the Yemenite family. For first 15 years, many of the company's productions were composed around Margalit Oved, the chief dancer. Modern dance ideas and traditional themes are taken in for stage presentation by this group. The American modern dancer Anna Sokolow visited Inbal Dance Theatre in 1950s and continued her visits almost every year. She introduced her choreographies to the Israeli dancers and they performed her famous choreography Rooms in 1955 and in Dreams in 1961. She organized groups of talented young dancers and worked with them under their endeavor named Lyric Theatre. Many members of this Lyric Theatre later joined the Batsheva Dance Company. The Rena Schofield Dance Theatre was established in 1978. It developed as a diverse combination of theatre, modern dance and ballet, which used physical objects to guide the imagination to places beyond dance. It also followed the concepts of Bauhaus philosophy from Germany. In 1967, the Israel Ballet was initiated by Berta Yamolsky and Hillel Markman. They performed both classical and neoclassical ballets. Serenade, a classic by George Balanchine, was produced by this institute in 1975. The production was a great success. George himself was so moved by their production that he permitted the group to produce his compositions without cost. The company website states the purpose of the company is not just preserving the classics, but also to support and develop local creation of ballet in order that the pointy technique and the ballet aesthetics will keep on being a meaningful part of the Israeli dance world. In the beautiful location of Mitzpeh, Ramon Liath Dror and Len Ben Gal founded the Adama Dance Company in 2000. The company runs with only 5 dancers and runs a children's dance school. The company website states the chosen location was a deserted industrial hangar that slowly and gradually turned into an enchanted palace of dance and harmony surrounded by greenery. It became a home base of the Liath Dror Nirben Gal Dance Company, a dance art healing center. Currently, the dance company consists of 5 dancers. Next to the dance company, there is a dance school operating 4 days a week, attracting people from all over the world in order to learn movement and dance, breathing technique and art. The quality of Israel's dance scene has a unique dimension as it included the indigenous movement art, American and European movements, as also some Eastern movements. The productions speak of variety and verve in its movement as well as contemporary issues are explored.